Hello, it's Alicia and Les.
Hi y'all, how you doing?
We're in Samovar Tea Lounge in San Francisco talking about Les's yoga. You're one of the most well-known yoga teachers in San Francisco and in China.
Yeah, I visit Asia a lot.
And I first came to know you about 6 years ago at the Yoga Tree. You've been teaching there for a long time.
6, 7 years now?
Yeah.
7, 8, 6? Something like that. Long time.
Long time. And how would you describe your yoga?
How would I describe my yoga? So the yoga for me has sort of just been this life-altering, really shifting thing that continues to change a lot. I like to practice really hard and vigorous, and I like to be playful about that and not be concerned if what I'm doing on one side happens on the second side or variations on one side happen on the second side. I usually get into a theme of like something that's going on with my body, like a physical theme. It could be injury or an area of my body that needs some love and attention or some pleasure. Or sometimes I like to get into a theme about dedicating the practice or being of service to some community or some group or to someone who's struggling. So just sort of beginning to explore this whole new idea of a two lifestyles, one lifetime sort of practice, which is a practice in another part of my life, and just sort of see how can I bring that into the world of yoga, because so many people come into yoga looking for it to change their lives in some way. So maybe it's two lifestyles even in one day, even if it's just for an hour or 90 minutes, or if it's a few hours, or for teacher training, that people can have this maybe subtle, or maybe it's just a complete, profound shift in their entire life. And you never know, because I'm an old sales guy from a bank, and I would have never guessed that 10 years ago you would have told me I'd be sitting here with you at Samovar, which happens to be one of my other offices where I hang out a lot, that we'd be talking about yoga, how yoga has changed my life. So it's this practice of really, for me, just being very human and very kind and compassionate with myself and then with others. So if I'm practicing Yamas and Niyamas, Yamas are about how we relate with others, Niyamas about how we relate to ourselves, and I take all that and I throw it all up in the air and say, no, it's all about how I relate to myself, it's all about how I relate to others. And I've had great conversations with people about how, no, it needs to be this. These are Yamas, these are Niyamas, and I'm like, that's great. And but what if it could change how we are with each other in the world? So now that I'm really, I think, privileged and honored to travel around the world, I get to look at, why do I have a passport? And why do I pay all these fees? And what are the differences? And what are all these things that separate us from one another? And how can we begin to come more together? And I think that there's this cry out from the world community about coming together more. And so when we get on the mat, we roll out the mat, I always ask people to chant. I was just in Houston last week, and they chanted, but I can't say they wanted to chant. They chanted because I really asked them to chant. So there's a chance to come together in activity that unites us and brings us closer together, and that people don't worry about what they sound like. Well, maybe they do, but I invite them to not worry about that. It's just a chance with their voice and to be who they really are, and that they're in an environment where no one's going to judge them. And I understand that a lot of times we don't need other people to judge us. We have ourselves, and we can do a really good job at that. But that's where the second lifestyle can come in. That maybe if we can practice chanting in a group and recognize other people aren't judging us, then I can stop judging myself, because I'm never going to be a contestant on American Idol or any of these other voice shows, and that's not my intention behind the chanting. Chanting, it grounds me, and it reminds me almost always the chant that I'm chanting is a part of the intention I'm leading into that day's practice. So it allows me to be more streamlined and focused and connected more in my heart, because people are coming to yoga because they're stuck here. And the more I get stuck here, the more my voice will come up into my throat. I've even had people say, wow, it sounds like you're having a hard time getting down into your chant. I was recently described as a baritone, so it's very nice to know what kind of a chanter I am now. But none of that's really important so long as it comes from a place of care and compassion. and not performance in any way.
So you're helping people speak their truth.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope. I mean, for me to speak my truth meant that I had to get honest about actions and behaviors and things that I did in judging others and gossip, and a lot of that came from wanting to fit in. Also, people know my classes to have a lot of humor in them, and that humor is because I'm asking people to do a lot of really challenging things. But my humor years ago used to be one of inappropriate humor, and that was all about a desire for love and attention and community. So yoga's allowed me and shown me that side of myself that I didn't like, and it isolated me for a long time. And then in teaching yoga, it showed me how to have, I guess the word is how to have ethics and morals around how I talk with and about others in a way that is kind and caring and supportive, so that hopefully when we all go through those human moments, that there's less judgment.